Hello and welcome to a little Puyo Puyo one-off. This video is kind of fill the gap, have some fun. I wanted to play some Puyo. I like playing this game. I play it pretty often when I can. I'm gonna show off my little trick for how to play this game, and it works pretty well for beating people in the newer Puyo games. Since now you can. Well, in the older Puyos, like I grew up with Kirby's Avalanche. That was my first Puyo Puyo game, and in that game, you getting a combo doesn't stop incoming garbage. But with the newer Puyos since then, your combos can stop garbage. So this works. This big stack the right side strategy ends up working pretty well. It's kind of scrubby, but it's kind of fun to get big chains without actually thinking. It's good for like a no-brain playing. So I wanted to do like some random PlayStation 3 recording for today, since I don't have a whole lot that I didn't want to start something new with Animal Crossing coming out right away, but I didn't have a whole lot for like a one-off. So I was just gonna pick like a random PS3 game and play that, and but instead I got hit with my capture card was getting an HDCP error, I think, which I guess just means I can't use the capture card for my PS3. It's probably got some kind of lock in place, which is a shame because, well, I'm not sure what I would have played, but I've got a lot more games on there that I could have had for a video. So this is just kind of like a quiet play around. I might skip around through the recording. We might see how high we can get it. I did hit, I've hit 999 points before, so I don't think I'm gonna go that far though, because that took like 7 hours, I think. It wasn't really worth it.
How's that?
Yeah, as you can see, this gives you brain dead combos real easy. So it's great. I might cut in some versus mode later as well. We'll see. This is just kind of playing around, talk about whatever. I haven't used these Puyos before, but I kind of like them with the little guys holding each other up and stuff. It's kind of cute.
How's that?
I tried picking what I thought was the most laid-back music in the game, because sometimes, I mean, some of the music's kind of more high energy, but I like the more relaxed. Well, that's like the whole vibe I'm trying to go with the challenge, or with the channel, so I think it fits. So yeah, first off, I wanted to apologize for the way the Mega Man series ended up. That final boss, well, not the boss wasn't a problem, the boss was easy enough, but the room getting up to him with all the instant death, I think, jeez, I ended up playing that room I think 5 times, which was a lot more playtime than I would have preferred in that room, because there's just a lot of instant death everywhere that wasn't fun, I guess would be the way I'd put it. It just was not fun to play, which is a real shame, because I had some minor gripes with the game throughout, but I didn't have any major issues until that.
How's that?
I think I never even finished talking about it. I was mentioning there's some trademark things in the Mega Man series that I think it'd be better off without, but like, as far as nostalgia value goes, they're kind of a major part of the series. Like, I was gonna mention like Yoku blocks are a big part of it. They're not the worst, but I mean, I don't think they add anything entertainment-wise to the games. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, Your game should be made to be fun
Cyan. Cerulean.
and something like trying to time yourself with a bunch of
Cobalt.
blocks that are just coming and going isn't the most fun.
Huh?
But this one's not about complaining. This is just for a little fun, de-stress. Get some easy, no-brain combos in Puyo. Yeah, as you can see, even at the higher levels, this strategy still ends up working most of the time.
Cyan.
Because you just get things like this where it just goes, and then as soon as you break it off, you just refill the side. So yeah, we'll see how far, if we can take it all the way. There we go, this should be something.
How's that?
Oh no, the blue was in the way. But yeah, as long as you don't crowd the areas you need, it's pretty
How's
easy
that?
to just let it go.
Huh?
So I was talking with Moose and Craig because I'd mentioned a little while back that they would be joining the channel,
How's that?
and they still intend to, but you might have noticed there hasn't been any videos by them yet. And for a basic explanation on that, it just comes down to they're both very busy people, and I'm not to say that I'm not a busy person either. I've
How's that?
stuff on my plate too, but
Huh?
I would say them more so than me, which is why they haven't had the time to put anything out yet, but hopefully soon. Moose is planning to do, like, he wants to do long plays, so he wants to record bigger sessions, either with or without commentary. So I think that'll be neat to have, like, a different type of video on the channel. You won't have to hear my dumb voice all the time. Ooh, I shouldn't have put that one there. Yeah, and then Craig's been busy with work and he's got other stuff going on. But they should hopefully have... Well, I'm thinking they'll have something out soon. Be really nice.
How's that? Cyan.
So I've been watching recently,
How's that?
I like to watch Let's Player. He's a bit of a smaller channel named Good Old Days Gaming. And if, as the name implies, he plays a lot of older games. Like stuff that I grew up with, even some stuff that's I never played, but like I knew about growing up. So it's kind of fun for a nostalgia kick watching his stuff. But lately he's been doing, right now he's doing Zero Mission. Like Metroid Zero Mission, and then before that he was playing Super Metroid Randomizer. Which, well, unfortunately, I've played quite a bit of Metroid before, but I've still somehow never played Super Metroid. So I'm thinking that might be something I might... Well, I don't know if anyone would want to watch someone play that game mostly blind. Because it's one of those games that, like, people who know and like the game know the game. So for someone to come in and be like, oh yeah, it's my first time, and just play really bad and not know what they're doing, maybe they wouldn't be as into it. Also, I completely forgot to fill up the side here. I've just been placing blocks. That's why I haven't been getting my combos. I don't know. If it's something people want to see, if they would actually be interested in a blind
Cerulean.
Super Metroid Let's Play, then I would do it. But otherwise, I don't think I want to bother recording myself fumbling around 20-something-year-old game, or probably almost closer to 30 now. That game's
How's that?
on Super Nintendo. Yeah, it'd be like 25 to 30 years old now, I think. But yeah, that's something I'm not sure people would want to see, so I'll leave that one until I get any kind of interest in it from people.
Huh? How's that? Cyan.
Although I guess so far I've been playing older games. Although the ZX was part of a re-release or remaster collection, so I guess that doesn't quite count.
Huh? How's that?
I was almost intending for this episode to be more like a podcast format with Puyo in the background, but I guess I'll see how it ends up when I'm editing. Whether I edit a lot of it out or just leave it as like a longer playing video. We'll see. I have a hard enough time getting watch time already, so if it's too long, I don't think anyone's gonna watch.
How's that? How's that?
Yeah, Friday I'm excited for because that's when I can finally start with Animal Crossing, which I've been looking forward to for quite a while. And it looks really good. There's lots of like terraforming, and you can make all kinds of designs and put them places. And well, I mean, anyone interested in the game, I'm sure already knows all the stuff that they're bringing.
How's that?
But it looks really fun. I'm gonna try. With mine, I kind of want to go in as blind as I can to my island.
How's that?
Like, they let you have options for what kind of island you want, and that kind of thing, but
Cerulean.
like the
Lapis lazuli.
the main fun of Animal Crossing the first time for me was just the whole notion of being lost and new in a town you don't know, and trying to like figure out and get kind of like I mean the whole point of the game, or I guess when it was originally made, the intended point of the game was to like give you the experience of moving to a new town where you don't know anyone and you're just trying to get used to things. And I want to try to do that again, so less than not as much like trying to make my ideal island. I'm gonna try and play it as if I'm getting used to an island that I know nothing about. And so because of that, I won't be like using the amiibo cards to import any villagers that I know and like already or anything like that. Because the stranger, or the more strangers I have, the more it'll kind of give that moving to a new town feel, which is what I want to go for.
Cerulean. Lapis lazuli.
So I think that'll be a lot of fun to explore and get used to what it's like for moving into a new place, and get to see what kind of people we'll meet, and it's really like the whole point for me. So I won't be picking an island when I do that. I'm just gonna take whatever the first option it gives me is, because that's basically how the old game worked.
How's that? Cyan. Cerulean.
Then
Lapis lazuli.
since I even like came up with that plan, I've been planning to just play as default villager in the game, because that's, well, I really like the design of default villager.
How's that?
And I've never been the type to like make myself in a game. Even if it's a game like that, I just like making a fun character. So yeah, that's kind of my basic plans. I don't have like
How's that?
anything major planned other than that. I was thinking, I guess the videos would be semi-focused. Like, for example, in, say, one video, I'll be doing a lot of fishing, so it'll just be mostly fishing and checking in with people, and then another episode it'll be like gardening and tending to things, and then I'll have like bug catching.
How's that?
I just want it to be like a relaxing hangout kind of video for people to de-stress and calm down.
How's
Like
that? Cyan.
this whole channel kind of came about from the idea of making relaxing videos, and the new Animal Crossing was definitely a big part of coming up with that idea.
How's that?
So it's gonna be more the typical of what I want from this channel. So I'm really hoping that I can show that style and everything with that game when it's
How's
out.
that? Cyan.
And I think how that does will kind of be a sign for how the channel is gonna do as a whole. Oh boy, the game's freaking out.
Cyan. Cerulean.
Yeah, so as you can see, the strategy is pretty brainless, and I mean, it works pretty
How's that?
sufficiently. You do get points where it's clogged up a bit, and sometimes you have to fight your way out of it, but stuff like this is alright, because then you can
How's that?
clear up a bit.
How's that? How's that?
Yeah, maybe for tomorrow's video I'll do a versus rather, and we'll see how far we can get with that. Instead of this, what are we at? We're on level 78, so I guess I'll just play to 99 and that'll be it for this video.
Cyan.
Because we're getting up there in time already. Yeah, now that there's the whole shutdown of stuff from COVID, it's hard not to talk about lately, but
How's that? Cyan.
yeah, since things are shut down now, my uploading means are going to be a little bit different. Like, I can't upload from home just because of my home situation, so I'm going to have to go out to a public area and upload, because I used to do that from university. And, well, my university's closed, so I can't do that anymore. So if there's any irregularities in my uploading for the next little while,
How's that?
basically that's
Cyan.
why. It's because of COVID and the shutdowns and because of my home situation, so hopefully it won't affect things. I still want to try and get videos out at 4.
Cyan.
It just means I'll probably have to do them a bit more in advance, or make a lot more trips into the public Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think so far, aside from people at the supermarket going a little bit crazy with buying stuff like toilet paper,
How's that? Cyan.
life hasn't changed too much for me with this, other than the whole school being online. Like, my professors right now are trying to figure out how to deal with doing things online, especially for, like, some of my classes are everything's hand in person, and now they can't do that. So they're trying to figure out. One of my tests is like a time test, which I don't know how that's gonna go. I guess I'll have to go to public Wi-Fi for that as well, which will be a bit of a hassle, but I mean, it's better than getting sick or getting other people sick,
How's that?
since that's like the main problem with this thing, is how it spreads so fast. So here we're having a little bit of a close call, but this should clear it up a little bit.
How's that?
Get them down, clear those, yeah.
How's that?
I feel like the main fun of this game is trying to get out of these situations. Because when it's freaking out, that's... I mean, you get not a whole bunch, but a little bit of adrenaline pump. You don't know. Don't know if you're gonna make it out of it, but... I mean, this is... nothing, really. Yeah, we'll get a yellow over here and drop the blue.
How's that?
Yeah, so things... I'm gonna try and keep things as consistent as I can. I might make a Twitter account for the channel.
How's that?
For anyone interested in... like, basically it'll just be updates on if the videos are... when the videos are out, if they're not out at the regular time, that kind of thing. So I'll try and get that set up and put a link in the description for this video. And then people can follow that if they want. And you can also get in touch with me there if you don't want to do it in the YouTube comments, or if you don't have an account that you want to use. You can just mention or tweet at that Twitter account. Hopefully we can get a little community growing. But it'd be fun to get like community stuff going. I'd do it myself if I could, but again, I don't have internet at home, so I can't. Oh, we made it to 99. Look at that. So yeah, that was just like a little playing around. Now you can see this is probably the scrubbiest way to play, but clearly it works. Can get you to 99. You can actually, playing this way, you can make it all the way up to maximum points in the game. It works pretty well for a multiplayer, so we'll probably do that for the next episode as well before. And then the day after, we should have our Animal Crossing starting, so... I hope you guys enjoyed this little one-off Puyo relaxation. I feel like before I go, I should say, I'm not a doctor. I don't have any real in. That's why I'm trying not to say. Anytime I do mention the virus, I'm trying not to say anything that like. I don't want to spread misinformation, so I'm trying not to give like, oh, I think this about the virus. It's just like, here's what's going on in my life because of it, kind of stuff. Like, I don't... The worst thing you can do during anything like this situation is to spread misinformation to people, because then that'll could cause more panic, could cause people to do things like the people who are drinking tons of sanitizer and stuff because they think that'll help them with the virus somehow. Stuff like that happens when you spread misinformation, so it's... I just wanted to be clear that that's why I'm not directly speaking about what I think about what the virus does or anything like that. It's just, yeah, I just wanted to talk about what's going on, because it's, I mean, it's not a major change, but it's been different to deal with. And like I said it before, but I want to say, I hope people working in retail and hospitals and stuff like that are able to take proper care of themselves right now, because they're probably overworked and underpaid. I'm sure all the hospitals and stuff are still understaffed and dealing with the same the same nonsense they usually do, but more so now with all the extra patients coming in, probably. So I hope they're doing well, and
How's that?
yeah, it's a bit of a mess right now, but I think as long as people don't get too out of hand and take care of things, like wash your hands often and properly, just take proper care of yourself and take preventative measures, and I mean, social distancing is good as well to try not to spread. Yeah, if everyone does their part and does their best and tries. And I know it's inconvenient for a lot of people, some of this stuff going on, but we don't really have a choice. It's better to do your best to try and prevent things from getting worse than try to live the exact same way as you do now, and just making things hit a point where we won't be able to.
How's that?
Yeah, I just kind of started rambling on there, but I guess the main point is I hope everyone's taking care of themselves and doing well, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
How's that?
I'll be back with another one tomorrow. Probably some versus Puyo. So I'll see y'all then, and take care.